Hello lovelies and welcome to my video for today. So I am using a whole bunch of stuff from the new Scrap FX release. So this is this month's collection. It's all butterflies, houses, trees, really cool, and shapes, really cool stuff. Now this is the Spirals collage paper, and when I saw this it reminded me of my favorite painting ever, and that is Van Gogh's Starry Night. It just reminded me of the spirals in that. So that's what I chose to be inspired by. I decided to draw in the colours from that, and I am using what am I using? I'm using Dylusions paints, but I'm watering them down a lot because this is acrylic paint, and if I had have painted this over the top of the collage paper, you wouldn't have been able to see the pattern. So I really wanted to see the pattern of this paper, this collage paper. I have used gel medium to attach it to some cardstock first to make it, give it a base. But I really wanted to add some colour to this. So I've got, I think it's Periwinkle, After Midnight, and then I've got Eggplant or Blackberry from Dina Waker. I think it might actually be Blackberry. And I've watered them down a lot. So I'm using them like a watercolour, and that's so you can see that pattern behind. So as you can see, I've got sort of like a galaxy theme going on, but I really like it. So it is now dry. I let it dry naturally. I had a birthday thing for my sister to go to, so I let it dry naturally, and I am still inside, not out in my art room, so I have like a temporary setup inside, which is why my camera angle looks a little different. I've borrowed my 10-year-old's vlogger thing, those little lovely little lights with the I know what I'm saying. He's a vlogger, he's a gamer, a streamer, so I stole one of his little tripods, and that's why it's sort of on a weird little angle, but it's working. And with a 9-month-old on the move, I'm able to still get some stuff done. So I also got some new paint pens from Life of Colour, and that they were sitting on my desk for a few days, which is why I'm using them. I'm one of those people, if it's on my desk, I'm much more likely to use it, and these just happen to still be out, so I thought, let's give them a go. So I used a white gel pen just to sort of add some emphasis to those spirals, and then I did the same with a blue paint pen and added some splatters around, and then I decided to bring in some more of that pink. And well, it's actually Eggplant Blackberry, but I liked the pink. I thought it added just a really nice pop. So this is actually a pastel pink, but it just gave such a beautiful pop. I just splattered this on top, and I just love it. It really stands out. So then I'm using one of the new stamps. I've actually forgotten the name of it. And I'm using some black paint just to add some interest to my background. Now, as much as I loved this page, my intention was to cover it up and use the star masks. So I was adding some interest and texture to the background, knowing that I was going to black out a lot of this. So I also used the Circles C stencil set. And yeah, I just added some texture and interest to the background. That's also why I added some colour to those spirals, just so when I black out the majority of this, you can see some really nice details in those stars. So these are the new star masks. These would have to be probably my most favourite thing out of a Scrap FX collection in a long time. Now, I love this pattern, this collage paper, but these star masks are fabulous. So in the pack you get all these little stars. I think I use every single one, and I'm using them to black out the majority of my background. As you can see, when I've blacked it all out, bits of that background are just popping through those stars, and I love this. This turned out really, really well. I just adore it. So I've also got some black spaces left. So what I've decided to do, first I'm going to go around those black stars with my white gel pen again, just to help them pop and stand out from the background. And then I'm going to get the last 2 star masks that I haven't used, the 2 sizes, and I'm going to fill in some of those black areas and just outline those in a white pen. So I've got my awesome background peeking through the bigger stars, and then some of the smaller ones are just going to be white, just to fill in some of that black area. Now, I was going to this is just a free-floating piece of cardstock that I've done all this on, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to make an art journal page or a print or something, but I love how this turned out so much. I'm going to frame it and put it in my art room. So this has sort of become like just an A4 art piece, and I adore it. This is probably my most famous. Oh my goodness, this is probably my most favorite thing I've created in a long time. Now I've decided to use the one of the stencils from this month, and I wanted to add a title to it. And where I had that star, I thought, oh, it would be good if I could put my title there with white gesso. So I just went over it with some black and just basically rubbed out that star that was there. So it gives me a nice little place to put my title. Now, my title is Be Creative. I thought it went quite well with this. And I've done it in white gesso, so it pops from that background. But just to give it a little more depth, I'm going over it with that same pink paint pen, just to add some colour and, like I said, give it some depth to make it really pop. So yeah, that is it for my project. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I really loved making this, and yeah, I hope you get some great ideas. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.